Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a hot one to hold. Cause you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want your sex and your affection when they're holding you close. Cause you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Every night when the stars come out, am I the only living soul around? Need to believe you could hold me down, cause I'm in need of something good right now. We could be screaming till the sun comes out, and when we wake we'd be the only sound. Get on my knees and say your friend changed round. That I can make your hands clap. I can make your hands clap. I can make your hands clap. My flesh is searching for your worst and best, don't ever deny. I'm like a stranger, give me danger, all you're wrong and you're right. Secrets on my way to the freeway, you're a keeper of crime. Still no conviction, grapes of wrath can only sweeten your wine. But you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Every night when the stars come out, am I the only living soul around? Need to believe you could hold me down, cause I'm in need of something good right now. We could be screaming till the sun comes out, and when we wake we'd be the only sound. Get on my knees and say your friend changed round. But I can make your hands clap.
to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2195. I'm your host, Arwin. And before we start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or become a subscriber to my Rumble channel, or leave a super chat in the Rumble live chat. Right, any support would be greatly appreciated. I am going to need it. Right. So, yeah, starting half an hour late. Sorry about that. Weather surprisingly is not nice and sunny. That's not what the weather prediction said yesterday. It's all gray soup all of a sudden. Yeah. Bit of a disappointment, but oh well. Right, so it is Tuesday, the 4th of February 2025. Temperature is 5 degrees Celsius, 82% humidity. Still saying the same thing. Maybe with the potential of becoming sunny. I don't know, maybe this gray soup, whatever it is gonna move out of the way later and reveal a bit of sun. I don't know. At least in the beginning of the night there was a really clear sky with some bright stars and everything. But yeah, it just turned into this. Hyperion was in the chat earlier. Alright, we'll see what happens today. Maybe it's gonna be a long show, maybe it's gonna be a short show. I don't know. Yesterday was a short show, but I thought it was a really good show and just didn't really feel like ruining that. Just hang around not really knowing what to talk about. Hope everybody enjoyed that show. Right. I mean, my recent shows have actually been kind of on fire. But I do have this weird tendency where like I get in the flow, I get in the subjects, I roll it all out, and then I'm like, what do you think? And then there's like no response whatsoever. For some reason, it's just people that are in the chat joining it, they just don't get in it or something. They have nothing to add. It's really weird. Like that always happens for some reason, and then I get a little halted, and then sometimes I can't like get back into it. Like it cuts off the dream walking effect. If I feel like I'm just talking to myself whenever I do that sort of thing. Right. But while it's going, I mean, it's fascinating. It's fascinating what comes out of me. The things I see. because it's a fucking is like it's sort of like a visualization discipline, and to the point where I'm using visualizations to both quickly simulate things in a simplified way and then divine things. Like the way it comes about is also like it does have a bit of a divination aspect to it, or at least similarities. And when you boil it down to it, it's just like, what am I getting handed? Like, I'm doing it, I'm looking, what comes in? Right? And then how can I fit that in my understanding? And that's how it works. That's where it comes from. And I bet that's still a whole bunch of things that I roll out, that aspects of them are probably to some people out there that are like a really, I guess, more engaged with society, would they notice like, hey, this is like not very developed, this way of thinking, in a very specific ways. Like, what I do might be, in a sense, even a little bit outdated in its formatting. Because, I mean, through the more technocratic setting, thinking and understanding and thinking processes have been like really even stimulated by corporations to like be reinvented. And I mean, they're doing it literally with AI models, reformatting how you do it. And the people that do that also think about the processes that happen, and like it synchronizes. Like thought processes have been like really updated, and understanding approach of things, that when you approach it like that, a situation that to which it applies, that you can much better predict the outcome because of that other way of thinking, right? Thinking processes, more efficient ones. There is a lot of efficient ones out there, and since I'm relatively isolated, sometimes get a glance into things and then able to update based on the reflections of where other people are at. There are still things that I'm aware of that are like outdated. They would still work, it would be close enough, but it might have a feel of like, this is slightly outdated. Even though I try to put things in a bigger context that just, I don't know, just makes more sense. So you have a better overview as to like what's happening, why it's happening, what direction it'll take in, what it is reminiscent of in past situations, and our understanding of those. Right. Anyway. Morning, Hyperion. How are you doing? I get so much into esoterics these days. It's like things like flat earth and all that, they just kind of stay behind. Because the whole point about flat earth and talking about it and the arguments, it's all so damn down to earth. It's also just like literal and not esoteric. It's all very physical and literal and academic. But I mean, my mind is just very esoteric. It always has been like that. Like, I figured esoteric thinking out at a very, very young age. Like, which made people think that I was like super brilliant. Even though in a way it's like a trick. Esoteric thinking is just another way of dealing with information. To allow, like, so instead of just like one linear time understanding, one setting, one unit, like me as a person, other people, instead of just a straightforward linear situation, a fractal like takes your entire situation and then looks at other scales of it, in the micro and the macro, and then just always like, then you, from a fractal perspective, I've also managed to realize, like in the dream walking, like other people potentially out there have just as complicated a situation with everything and their ponderings as I do. And it will be very similar. And it has happened too in the past, where I went around a lot more. I would bump into people where it just almost had a freak out effect, because it seemed like they were literally me, my spirit, but in another body. It would sound, feel, the inflections, like it would all be the same. It's like, make you feel uncomfortable. Like such weird instances, like I don't forget that kind of thing. It's so weird when that happens. So weird when the same type of feeling patterns and structures and how that works, when that appears in somebody else and it's like exactly the same, like with the complications. And them also noticeably feeling like nobody gets it, like, I have to somehow deal with this, nobody can really help because it's so weird and alienating. And not realizing like, hey, yeah, there's exactly the same type of people as me out there that have exactly that same issue, and they also think they're all alone. Like, I don't think I'm alone with it anymore. Right. But I'm wandering off heavily. I mean, I just got esoteric thinking in very early. I think I was like 7 or something. It's just like I started to like understand talking, but I didn't really like talking because I only wanted to make like really good sentences. I didn't want to stumble. So then when I did start talking, I would like kind of almost immediately start like getting esoteric. And then like my parents were like shocked with that level of insight, like marveled by it. Like that, to parents, that's like, wow, our children are God kind of thing. Like it's that effect, like, because they have like the senses to just truly perceive the depth of what's coming out as a kid. And it's really kind of bizarre that I just remember all of that so detailed. I remember the impression that it made on me. But it also, like, that happened, like, gave me this feeling, like, I just want to, like, understand this. I want to understand the reality of the consciousness and the spirit and all that, and it's very interesting, like, how very quickly after that my parents, like, put me on a Waldorf school where there's a much deeper, more esoteric respect for the depth of character as a kid. And so then it all kept developing there, but with like lots of resistance though. And then it became like a social struggle. Because there were kids that were, I guess, really envious of just like what I am and how I talk. And that I would, with like the greatest ease, just like demand the attention of the entire class and just like basically like brag with my understanding. But wanting to help, like kind of like I wanted to help everybody else understand it. I was just like, yeah, this is great. Like things are like great and I understand it and I want to help. But like they would get really envious and shit over that and then literally conspire to like knock the genie out of me. Like really start bullying and bullshit. Like kind of the same thing as what the trolls sort of tried to do. Except they didn't do it online, they did it like physically. But it really is the same. It's just like this conniving envy. Right? And no matter like, and even to the kids then, it's like, okay, well, I'll just prove that I'm not perfect and share that I have flaws. But then all they wanted to do is just like hammer me into the ground with what I share. Abuse my honesty. When all I wanted to do is like, I just want to make you feel more at ease. Like I'm not, like it comes with a price. It's not all upside. But all they wanted to do was just demolish me. For a very long time. And then even if I'd like emotionally break because I just felt so miserable because they always just wanted to make me feel miserable. And it would work much better back then when I was younger. I didn't have so much tenacity and headstrongness. And then still they'd just keep going. They just wouldn't leave it alone. Or they'd feel like good for a moment, but then as soon as I'd started to recover again and reboot, start doing it over, they'd just go at it again. It's like, no, you can't be who you are. You're not allowed to do that. Not allowed to be yourself, to just manifest the way that is the most effective. And that's been my struggle in my life. It started very young. People just wouldn't accept the way that I work and think. Right? But then there's the issue that I can't really like just shut it off and then give something in its place. That doesn't work. Because if I just have to shut it off, the result of that is that I kind of get depressed. From a perspective of like, I'm rejected. Like people just don't like me for who I really am. And it's like, that's not very encouraging. Right? And that influences everything. Like the mood, and then just don't really want to talk anymore. So it's always been like either I am like incredible and too much, or like what the hell's wrong with him? Like why is he always such a downer? Not bullying anybody, I would never do that, but I'd always just be a downer for periods on end. Because I got shut down. My inspiration got shut down. So I'm still dealing with that same shit like 30 years later. Pretty incredible. But I'm getting much better at it because now I just see it as like, no, I do have the right to do this. I do. And I have the right to do it and then sometimes even be wrong. And then realize it and then adapt and improve. And that's it. It doesn't make me special. It really doesn't. I mean, I am just another guy. Okay. But another guy with a relative unique perspective. Right? But all these things that most people live with and take for granted, like that's, oh, how could you do without that? Like that, to me, is not accessible. It brings more burden to me than it brings gratification. To live the way that most people live. Hello, Alice Springer. Sun will be going down. So, are you in Australia or something? Right, but yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I get some really weird confrontations with certain people sometimes. UK. Sun's going down in the UK soon? Really? Okay. I wouldn't say soon, but... Alright, I hope everybody's having a good day. This Tuesday. I had the last of my spaghetti yesterday. It was great. I'm gonna miss it for a while, but I'm like glad to move on to something else now. But it was great, even like the last bite. It's relatively cost effective. I could do it more often. But it is like, unlike most meals where it's like, yeah, there's 2 days of that type of meal. With this, it is 4 days. And then it's like, okay, you have to really be in the mood for spaghetti because it's going to be 4 days of spaghetti. Huh. But I was in that mood. So I'm glad I did. 2 p.m. here? Yeah. Okay, Alice, I don't know why you'd say the sun will be going down soon then, when it's 2 p.m. where you're at. Very strange thing to say. Alright, so yeah, anyway, I just laid all that down. Okay, Pingu 70. Didn't know you were there. Summertime. Yeah, I know. Earth is flat. Get it? So it's fine. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, with my model, rectangular looping, the sun is now in the southern part of the celestial sphere, where it will circle above the horizon. That is just logical with the consistency of the celestial pattern of the sun on the celestial sphere in relation to the Earth, a flat Earth. Right? I can theorize too, just for the heck of it. If you'd be south enough over Antarctica to have the sun visibly rotate around you and like never really dip down under the horizon, then you could theoretically just like drive really fast or fly or somehow move in a horizontal line, right? From east to west or west to east, doesn't really matter. Really fast. And then you'd literally like see the sun rapidly circling around you. Huh? Especially if you go west to east, just really quick. Like, I don't know, over 100 miles an hour. Very fast. If you could go like with a jet and go like sound barrier speed or whatever, that would be even better. But I mean, yeah, it's a bit dramatic, right? But then theoretically, you just go to the east super fast, and then you just see that sun rapidly rotating around you. Yeah, that's what would happen on a rectangular looping Earth. Because that's the orientation of the celestial sphere in relation to the Earth. Now let's get back into flat Earth for a bit. It's been a while. let's add that to the title. Looping sounds a bit globy. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it's in a straight line. Looping in a straight line, Pingu. Straight line. Yeah, that's the point. Otherwise, it would be moving in a circle. Yeah, but it isn't moving in a circle, it's in a loop. You get it? Otherwise, I'd just be saying a circle. It isn't a circle, it's a straight line. And when you walk that straight line, you end up exactly where you started, moving in a straight line. Yeah, that's the point of a loop. Yeah, it's not in a circle. I know it's very hard to unwrap your head around. I know. How can a loop be straight? Because if it wasn't, it wouldn't be a loop. That's the entire point of calling it a loop. Looping. Because if it would be different, you wouldn't be calling it a loop, you'd be calling it moving in a circle. Which it isn't. It's moving in a straight line and ending up exactly where you started. Moving in a straight line. How can that be? It's a loop. That's the point. Good questions, by the way. So, it's fine. It's just strange to still get questions like that. How can a person not understand something that is so simple as a concept? Like, if you just refuse to accept that it might be real, I can understand that, right? Like, yeah, reality being surreal, no, I do not accept that. Yeah, hey, I get it, man. Not everybody can do that. Yeah, natural born esotericist here. I can do that. It comes natural to me. Accepting the surreal because people can't accept it because they're locked in that other level. I get it. I can do it. But that you wouldn't understand the description of it, that I do not understand. Like that, how can you not understand the basic concept of looping when it is described and demonstrated, like in movies? Don't understand. Why can't you understand looping? Right? Walk a straight line. Now following the person, you keep walking a straight line forward, keep walking, and then, hey, this is where I started out. I recognize my own footprint. Yeah. How is that happening? Did I walk in a circle? Well, doesn't look like a circle. It looks like a straight line. Am I stuck in a loop? I mean, this is what people with relative smarts in movies say when such a thing in the movie is claimed to happen. It's part of it somehow. Like, they say it. Like, it's almost like we're stuck in a loop. Like, yeah. Sometimes it's a time loop. That time happens over and over again, right? Or it's a spatial loop, and it's like, hey, I can't get out. We're stuck in this particular space. I keep reappearing where I started. Can't escape this place. This volume we're in. It's looping. Yeah? As a concept, it should not be too difficult to understand for the average person. Now, it might be much more difficult to accept that it may actually physically be reality. How it could work? Now, how the fuck should I know? I don't know how to affect spatial dynamics. Okay? What? Oh, it's looping. Well, that means, oh, I can just do that. I can just make a little space and it's looping. Oh, yes. What the fuck? Oh, I explain it, so I can just do that. I can just understand how that works. Oh, really? So just because you can perceive things going on as they are, does that mean that you then understand why? Really? Why is there a celestial non-local holographic angular manifested sphere apparent to all observers at all time with angular consistency? Yeah, how the fuck should I know? I don't know why it works that way. I just know that that is what it is. That's my conclusion. Can I back engineer it and explain to you why? No. I'm just describing it. What I think it is. Based on the available data. It's simple on a globe. Oh yes, it's so simple. All you have to do is just imagine how that perfectly straight, flat plane you're walking over is actually a sphere. Yeah, you know it's a sphere because it's so flat. Yes. How can the Grand do? Not celestials. Yeah, because celestials are not objects. They don't have actual locations. How does the ground loop? Because the available volume in which matter can exist loops. Because that's the setup. Yeah? You could describe the setup as being stuck in a wormhole. Like science fiction people and astrophysicists have actually speculated about this in their science fiction shit. That's of course nonsense. But the scenario has been described. Like how you can be in a looping volume. So maybe in that sense they did actually understand physical reality and were trying to figure out how that works. How can we be in a looping continuum? And so they applied math and then just oh, this is about a wormhole out there. It's not about the place we're actually in. No, really. We're not trying to figure that out because it's a sphere, right? We're on a sphere, yes. Yes, okay. It's so simple to get back on a starting ball. Yeah. Yeah, if you're walking in a curve, yeah, in a circle, Alice Springer. Yeah, which you're not in a looping flat plane situation, you're walking in a straight line. It's so simple on a ball, yeah, except that you keep walking in a circle. Yeah? Which you don't do on a flat plane. So wormholes? Yeah, so wormholes. There you go. God, you people are never gonna change. that's enough for now. No, not deviating right or left on it. No, there is no fucking great circle. Yeah, that's the point. The rectangular looping model. Yeah, that there is no circle. There isn't any. Yeah, that's the point. Right? I mean, I'd love to just get somebody to like on camera, non-stop on camera, circle around Antarctica or within it or however you want to see it and just measure the distance of the entire thing. Like on camera, live AI calculating it as the visuals come in. Just like non-stop, move past that coastline, the ice, the whatever it is, penguins, just move past it, and then just have it completely calculated. Like, what is that distance? Yeah? I bet it's going to be a lot bigger than a supposed Antarctica continental island. Much bigger than that. And it's going to be much smaller than a gigantic ice ring that surrounds the disk. Yeah? It's not going to match that one either. Yeah? Especially funny then when you let that same AI also like measure the total angles of everything, of the entire coastline. And then like give you a final calculation like, yeah, how much angle does that all add up to? All of it. Yeah? Wouldn't you all be surprised if you get to hear, yeah, that's 180 degrees. That doesn't match a circle of some kind. That's not what we wanted to see. But my circle, oh no. Oh no, they're taking a circle. Not a rectangle, you see. Yeah, no, it's fine. A rectangle is pretty much going to match the known realm. Yeah? But hey, there might be way more. North and south, adding to the rectangle, making it potentially an actual square. That's a scenario, right? You have the terrestrial realm, and then beyond the North Pole might be a strip of more land with a barrier or something, and south might be a strip with more land and like continents and everything, which would make it add up like a square. But our known realm is like rectangular, like that's the map is effectively rectangular, made into a circular projection, which is then made into a spherical projection, right? But it could be way more than a square and could be literally like tons of distances further north and south, which would then make it a rectangle again. Yeah, that's why rectangular, why I use that word and not just square, is applicable. Yeah. The word was chosen because of its dynamics, based on information, geometric, volumetric information that is not completely settled yet. Yeah, taking that into anticipation. rectangular is very much applicable. Oh, you're off out fishing. Yeah, I bet you are. Go fish. No explanation from maybe a wormhole. Dude, figuring out like what is real is already a big enough challenge, yeah? Oh, can't explain why. Oh, yeah, because this is how God designed it. This is how the designer made it. And any person that thinks that they can just back engineer God's total design is a delusional fuckwit. Any individual. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, Alice Springer? What movies? No, never seen it. No, that's right. I mean, the name sounds familiar, but it's like a game or something. Whatever. Or a cartoon, or I don't know. Or is it like clay animation? Who cares? Superstar, okay. Are you guys actually thinking you're having any kind of weight here saying this shit? Because that's hilarious. Maybe they are just trolling. Yeah. Probably, right? I mean, gotta somehow like be in control, right? When you obviously like don't understand something, even if it's being explained to you in a very simple way. Well, then you just gotta make a joke out of it, right? Can't face up that like, hey, you're actually too stupid to actually get it. Or you're emotionally incapable of accepting it this way. Right? I know what that is. Right? When you don't get tangible counter arguments, if it's all like, I just can't imagine it. Yeah, well, guess what? Your incapabilities to imagine something is not a fucking argument. Yeah? It isn't. It's all good. I'm still waiting for the day when somebody just actually asks a question like a normal person about this subject, and it's not just whiny trolls that are just like all flustered up because I believe in something that they don't understand and they're not accepting it. Still waiting for the day where a person just actually can have an inquiry, an honest inquiry, or might even, God forbid, have an idea about it that I have not conceived yet. Can you imagine? Anybody out there could ever conceive something about the rectangular looping setup of the realm that Arwen hasn't conceived of yet? I mean, yeah, a miracle might happen. Who knows? Certainly done my best to like think of anything, everything. What could be possible? I mean, I can't think of a thing that I haven't come up with yet. What could be possible, what the conditions are, and I mean, it's one of those things that I do. Right. Anyway, it's all good. I can deal with it. I can just have shorter shows with, I mean, it's kind of like how it happened in the old days. Like nobody would just show up. Barely somebody, and then it would happen like this, just like two guys, and then they sort of turn out trolls. And that kept happening. It's been happening for years, so I'm fine with that format. I'll do shorter shows. Not just hang around waiting for somebody to show up. Maybe ask me about something that is relevant to what I've been talking about at any point. Ask a relevant question. So I can just do my first hour or half an hour, depending on how much inspiration I got. Just roll something out, and then I'm done. And then I hope that something happens and the conversation can continue, and then it probably doesn't, and then I round out relatively soon. That can happen. I'm okay with that. I'm here. Right? You want to know more about the rectangular looping stuff? Whatever. Maybe here on my descriptions of like a simulation of what it would be like. What happens in certain unique scenarios and all that. I mean, I've done plenty of that in the past. Right? Or something else. Whatever it is. Right, you want to hear about my predictions on the space fakery and what's gonna happen with that? Love to talk about that too. Wind. What do you think, Hyperion? Can't believe I've not banned anybody yet. Oh, never too late. Huh. Right. Let's check out what's going on out there. Oh my god. Ugh. That's stupid. Anyway. Yeah, I hope people are liking the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. This might be around the end of the show. Chat's not really happening. Ha. Oh, Benjamin was live again yesterday. It was hilarious. What did it call the show? Oh yeah, it was a lot of piano. very enjoyable. Some hilarious old instruction video in business. It's amazing what you can dig up out there in the past. Hilarious. Skype is acting weird. Right, so I guess that I'm just gonna round out the show then. Was nice while it lasted. Thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. It was kind of short, but oh well. If you did, okay. Sorry, I'm distracted here. If you did, please don't forget to Rogan's it up, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below. Or, yes, send me a super chat over in the Rumble live chat, or subscribe to my channel and become a supporter that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I'd love to do this indefinitely, but I do also like to, eat. Oh, Oh, look, somebody's... Now, this is so fucking typical, isn't it? No, I'm perfectly fine with the wormhole. You seem to be unhappy. No, I'm not unhappy with the wormhole thing at all. They left. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm perfectly fine with the wormhole. Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. I just call it a looping system or a continuum. I like the word continuum better. But people have trouble conceiving of that too. So yeah, we'll just go to some astrophysics description with math and space-time bending that is called a wormhole as a reference. Like, yeah, that's very close. To it in a mathematical way, right? Because of course that's not actually physically real. It's weird astrophysics based math based on the spherical reality with outer space, right? And then conceived within it there, within math. They are real. Dude. Like, why does somebody always just show up after like 10, 15 fucking minutes of nothing while I'm rounding out? Why do you always do that? There's always quiet times. Yeah, but why then start to speak up in the middle of my round out? Why? Just got here. Okay. Yeah, well, you got here late. That's fine. Right, you got anything to add based on the title? Right, that's title's a good indicator of what's been talked about. Maybe you got something to add to that, or inquire. Because if it's just going to be talk about the chat and what it did or didn't, that's not much of a conversation. Antarctic sun has caused a lot of panic. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know why though. Hasn't with me at all. Not a wormhole fan. Okay, well, it's not about what we like now, is it? It's just about trying to figure out what's real. You don't have to be a fan of reality, you just have to figure it out. Or at least that's what I'm doing. I'm not here as a dream provider. I'm just a guy trying to figure it out. Rectangles and loops seem to be a strange mix. Why? Based on what? Where do rectangular loops appear? That's kind of a silly question. Nowhere. Yeah, I mean, spatial looping is not a variable phenomenon. Like, it's not something that just like, oh, hey, there's currently a loop happening over there. Let's check it out. Oh, it dissipated. It's all back to Euclidean space. Like, no, that does not happen. Okay, as far as I know. Are you trying to derive some kind of scientific nature so that a scientific claim could be made about rectangular looping or something? Because that's not something that I'm attempting. Okay. That's why people don't buy it. Oh. Yeah, because they can't have a mini version of it in their hands. Yeah, because physicality assumption bias. Right? If you can't create it yourself, then it can't be real. Based on what? Asking how a loop can be rectangular. Dude, anything. Any shape could be looping. But rectangular is actually one of the more logical ones that is like pretty easy to figure out. No, not that. What? Right? It's not, like the emphasis is incorrect. Asking how a loop can be rectangular. It's, the loop isn't anything. Yeah, the loop is the effect, the spatial effect that happens to the shape or the volume, the matter. Yeah, a loop is a spatial dynamic effect, logically. That's what it is. Loops don't do anything. A loop isn't anything. A loop is just the spatial dynamic of the available volume. So you can't have a loop separated from the spatial volume of everything that is available. This is what happens to you when you watch too much sci-fi? No. Make up any old shit? What? I mean, the conclusion is not just random, it's based on the available data. Not the usual meaning of loop. Yeah, well, fuck the usual meaning of loop. Yeah, this is not colloquialism. Yeah, loop is about spatial dynamics. That's how I'm using it. Another allergic ass. Oh, and another piece of shit. First ban of the day. That's pretty late into the show. I must be having a slow morning. Right, so yeah, I'm done here. I mean, this is all just a fucking waste of my time. Like, people's inability to accept what I'm laying down. And, like, I can't make you understand it, I can't make you accept it, I don't give a fuck. As I've said many times before, if I'm the only fucking person in the world that understands this or cares about it, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm kind of hoping that somebody may get it. Might be able to have a constructive conversation with me about it. Might even give me some insight about it that I haven't even come up with. Yeah? I mean, that would be a real great moment to me. Like, wow, somebody actually gets it. But if nobody gets it, then yeah, so be it. I'll just be this teacher of something that nobody understands. Too bad. Yeah, you just keep gobbling down the illusions because you don't get it. There's plenty of things that are handed down to us that are provably incorrect that people just really want to accept. No, go ahead. Go with that then. Look, jade orange. That's not the real jade orange. Fuck off. Guys are so fucking retarded, it's unbelievable. Reach the stage where I become abusive. Oh, I'm so abusive. Oh my god. No, I was just making a declaration. Like, I don't care if nobody understands it. Like, I'm okay with that. Must be tough being the only smart person in the world. No. It's not about being smart. It's about having the ability to understand a specific type of thing. And that's it. Being able to does not make you smart. Not being able to does not make you not smart. Because smart is a very general thing. It's your overall general dynamic, right? Then I bet there's plenty of people that are like really proficient, really great with applying their smarts to a lot of things very effectively that still won't get this. Yeah? So no, understanding this is not something that makes you smart. I mean, that's not what I'm saying here. Right? Even though I might like get irritated over people's response and then call you stupid for it. But that's not because you didn't understand it, it's because of the more defensive response that you might have towards the idea just because you don't get it. Just not getting it does not make me declare you stupid. Because I understand it's very tough to get this. So yeah, there's no need to do that. Yeah, it's just another just unnecessary move there, Alice Springer. Like, don't you see that what you just said is like, it's unnecessary. Like, that's not actually my claim at all. Right, so I guess that nobody's really gonna do anything to make it worthwhile for me to keep streaming any longer. So yeah, 1.5 hours, I guess that's it. First hour was pretty good. Rather, first 40 minutes. And I'm gonna round out the show now. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and be here when I'm going live. Get the fuck out of here, dipshit. Yeah. No, they're not gonna give me a beta if I call them stupid. I don't want your fucking money, yeah, you troll piece of shit. I get money from the people that actually care, not from whiny, bitchy dipshits on the internet that get irritated about what I talk about and have to whine about it all the time. Like, those people never give me money. They just waste my time all the time, and that's why I eventually start kicking them out. Because they're just here to waste my time, yeah? It's that simple. Yeah? I'm not doing this because I need your money, please. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Yeah? I don't want your whiny, bitchy money. Yeah? Because you're not going to give it anyway. I'm not going to let my spirit be broken under your fucking little rules because that pleases you, and you might give me a trinket from high up where you're better because you have the money. Go fuck yourself, scum. Yeah? I do what I do. And I'm going to keep doing it. And if that means I get hungry at times, yeah, so be it. I'm working on it. It's all good. Yeah? I don't need whiny bitches to give me money. Yeah? Just need you to stay the fuck away from me. And please start obsessing over something else. Yeah, you don't like my subjects? Well, go fuck yourself. Go do something else then. Right? Because, I mean, especially once it's in the title, that's the subject. Oh, you don't like that subject? Well, then don't watch the fucking show. Yeah, you can tell from the title. Oh, this is not one you like? Well, then fucking piss off. Don't watch it then. You do like it? You think it's fascinating? Great. Give it a Rogan's up, right? Maybe send me a comment or something, or I don't know, if you're like, oh my god, I don't want to have anything to do with those disgusting whiny bitches all the time. They're just gonna nag if I speak up. Well, then, I don't know, send me an email or something. Talk to me on Skype, right? And I mean, the trolls do that too, and I kick them off there and then put them in my spam. But you can still like have communication with me, and I'll keep it to myself, right? You don't want to have those trolls try to hunt you down and dox you and all that shit. Oh, hey, you can have anonymous conversations with me, and I'll keep you anonymous. I've done that before. I can keep doing that, right? I mean, it would be way cooler if you just said, okay, fuck it, I'm just going to be there in the chat and I'm going to take the heat, just like Arwin is. But, I mean, I'm not really expecting anybody to do that. But you can do that, right? Right. Anyhow, thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked the show. If you did, don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, or follow me at least, and be here when I'm live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or indeed subscribe to my Rumble channel, send a super chat during the live show. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I really need it. Oh, you think it's worth it? I mean, I really need it. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2196 on a Wednesday. Hope to see you all then. I'm sure I'm going to be very inspired again, starting out. And we'll see where it goes. And if it's this again, then it's going to be another short show. Right? But like people showing up after 2 hours, yeah, no. Like that's not going to make any difference. Either be there relatively quick, or it's no point. Because the days where I'm just going to be up and doing this for 3 hours straight with people in the chat that are currently in the chat that show up, like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay? And that's fine. You don't have to be there live if you enjoy listening to my show afterward. That's good too. If you can get something out of it. Right? Anyway, please do support me though. I do really need it. Little bits help too. Right, so I'll be back tomorrow, Flat Earth Early Bird number 2196 on a Wednesday. Hope to see you all then, and until the next video, keep it flat.
Cruise a while, leave the devil for